back at it Monday morning. Got hella leads in. Had to go through the board, boys. There's only 3 of them in today. We're obviously looking for more stuff. Got a lot of cars out this Saturday. How many did we get out on Saturday?
I think it was 16 lines.
16 on Saturday?
No, I put Friday, Saturday. Mine was in more actually. I think it was 9 on Saturday just alone.
Well, then 6 on...
No, it was more than that.
No, I think it was 9. It was, around 15 to 16 cars went out Saturday. So we're almost done on the getting cars out. We're, I think, around 183 on cars that are advertised in stock. So big man up there's going to start buying soon. I think he's already started buying. Itch is just done. About 25 cars to go through. There's not all the deals aren't on board from Saturday. We did do 6, so we hit our target. But we're going to go over to this side of the board. I'll stand on this side so the camera can see me. And we're going first. We're going to go with Chris. Man, like.
This Friday. But upsold him a black pack, so he needs to paint the roof.
We're close, bro. You upsold him a black pack and we're doing the roof.
Yeah, he goes, can you paint the roof? I was like, yes, grand. He was like, alright, yeah.
Just for the roof? Okay. Okay. You do it so that the roof is a really soft bit of metal. So if we sand it down, we might find ripples in it. So when we put a bit of fresh paint on it, you might see bits that are like that. Because a lot of the time, when people, if they even touch the roof, because it's so soft from the middle, it could bend. So just so you make sure. So I would speak to Mickey. Mickey, whenever I've asked him to do a roof.
He was going to get it done externally.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, just chuck it on bumper. So I'll find it. So he was like, if I get accepted, I'll do it. So chucked him on bumper, straight accepted. Okay.
Alright, cool. When we got platinum pack as well?
Platinum and bumper. No, platinum and black pack.
Alright, sweet. That says backpack admin 1 year on the board and the deal.
Yeah, so if you guys got any deals that aren't on the board, they need to give out. Yeah, so if you give them all those, give them to Tars, Tars will write them up. So yeah, first thing, update your customers. Where's Kane?
Kane.
Any deals you've done yesterday?
Hand the camera to Kane. This is Kane, the erratic salesman. He can't sit in one place for more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, any deals you've done yesterday, get them written up. I don't want any leads touched until, we won't send out any leads until all the deals from the weekend are written up, given over to Taj, we can then write them up. Update all your customers. I don't care if you updated them yesterday, this morning, whatever. You're going to give them all another call now. Make sure they're all updated, not just you, this is everyone. And then there's probably about 50 leads to get through. So, and how many did you sell yesterday, Kate?
That was down there, 3.
And how many did Charlie get?
1.
1. So it's actually still on target then for 100 because we did 6 on Saturday and 4 yesterday. Is that right?
Yeah, 4 yesterday.
So we've done 10 for the weekend, so 5 a day. So we're still on track for 100. So that's good. What's that, sorry?
All my deal checklists are down.
From Sunday?
Yeah. They're all there, yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, so we're still...
Well, we'll update
well done,
that.
Kane, mate. I like this. This is process.
Sweet.
So yeah, still running for target of 100, which is really good, actually. And not that many cars to get out the door at the minute, which is pretty good. Taj is going to be sort of in my seat today because I've got to show Megan around and go for a few bits. I've got to buy a car on. I've got to buy our first car through YouTube, which is really good. And no, it's I've got to buy an Evoque as well, but I've got to buy a Renault Clio. John's coming in today. What?
John, yeah.
John's coming in, mate.
John.
We love John. Thank you, mate.
Big up, John.
Keep watching. Like and subscribe.
This one's for you, John.
We've got about a week to do 5 a day, and we'll do 100. So that's pretty good.
A week of doing 5 a day, and we'll hit 100 this month, which is really good. When I think back, when we were 380 maxed out, we were doing 150, 170. So once we reset by the end of this month, the idea is 2nd of April we're going to start buying again. So, but we're going to buy right. Do you know what I mean? There's no point buying expensive cars because we're just going to sit and look at them like the rest of them. The workshop is getting really trim, so that's becoming more of a full-on process, which is great. It's getting clearer out there. We're resolving a lot of issues, which is great. And we just want to move forward in the correct manner. I know Pash's got a car coming in from YouTube today from one of our subscribers, which is great. YouTube channel's grown really well, 5,200 subscribers, which I'm really pleased about. Obviously, there's 1 star. No, I'm joking. Yeah, everything's moving in a positive way, and I'm really pleased about it. You know, you guys are getting in the right groove, Do you know what I mean? So I think that getting the process right is so important. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to need him by my side when we open the second site. So the quicker we can get the process right, the quicker we can put everything in place. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quicker we do it out there and the whole system works, it's better. Moving on to the site, we're going to move. I've got an electrician coming in Wednesday. The tent is going up on Wednesday, the valeting tent. We're moving the electric to it on Wednesday from the valeting bay. He's going to resolve all the wiring under here. He's going to move one of those televisions over there. We're going to play YouTube on them and bore the hell out of customers. Yeah, and the site's looking great. We should be out of nicks in the next week and a half, which is a really nice feeling.
That's crazy. That's nuts.
120 was over there.
That's
I know it was more at
nuts.
one point. I think there must have been at one point.
It was like backed right the way down, wasn't it?
Charlie said there was about 124. More than half of them?
Mad,
Yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
mad.
It's mad.
Sometimes you feel like you don't sell that many cars, but we do. It's weird, isn't it?
I just think that for me, resetting the company from where we were has been really important. You know, I'm loving it. Getting back to basics, getting back to what we do right. And I know with Pash by my side buying, we used to, years ago, I would sit the night before, write down all the vehicles and do my research on what I wanted to give, and I wouldn't sway away from that. And when we bought a car, we sold it within 5 days. And we've stopped doing it because I had to go crazy. Now, using that new Auto Trader CSV files is going to be really good. So what we do is, say BCA's got 5,000 cars in there today, I can download it as a CSV file. I don't know what that means, but someone probably does. And then we'll take that file, input it into Auto Trader, and then we can set parameters on the Excel
It basically
sheet.
filters out what we want.
Yeah, so you can put in there, say the 5,000 cars are loaded it from BCA into the CSV Auto
It's crazy.
Trader.
It's mad. I'll show you. It's mad.
I can add in a parameter, 7 years, 70,000 miles, which is what most people do. I can add in more of a 50 retail rating. I can put in no more than a level 2 on paintwork. No more than has to have a clean assured report. And then it will spurn out all those results to me. And I can do that with with BCA, Motorway, CarWow. They've all got CSV files. So what it does is it will make the buying process more digital.
Slicker as well.
Yeah. So I don't have to look at 5,000 cars to pick out what I want. We're going to move more into SUV, so there'll be more Land Rover. I know everyone likes a Land Rover.
Pour over,
Bring it on. DPF, EGR. Let's just get on. Let's get on Temu and get a load of Land Rover DPFs. DPFs would be great, and EGR filters. Hey, Omar. I'm sure we can have a look at China, see if we can bring them in. Alibaba. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure they must do Range Rover Evoque DPFs. But yeah, we're going to do a lot more exotic cars. So M4 G80s, M3.
I think just having more time to actually buy is going to make things so much better.
Yeah.
Having more time in general has made things so much slicker and better.
Yeah.
Like, I remember January, it was mad. So, like, I couldn't keep up with it. The amount of leads that were coming through the desk and new starters and all this, I was putting my... Oh, mate. Well, you know what's funny, yeah? I spoke to Car Genie the other day and I said, I bet January was a good month for you. He said, yeah, best month we've ever had. I was like, yeah, I bet.
Well, September 23, we done 204 cars here. And we done 1.5 million in finance. And the comms were mental. I think it was 79 grand, something like that. Was it? Is that what the comms were, 110 grand? Yeah, it was crazy. And we wanted, that whilst that's great, we didn't have the infrastructure here to be able to process it properly. So it was a freak. Do you know what I mean? So we want to make it more consistent. Yes, having Pash off the desk and putting tires there, it ain't going to be as successful.
That's what I like to hear, Taj.
Yes, Taj.
Yeah.
That's it. But we want to be more consistent. We want to know that we can ring in and say, right, the data shows we had 100 leads today, we sold 10 cars, conversion was 10%, finance pen was 50%, warranty pen was 30%, and GuardX was 30% or whatever. So that's what we want to get a stage to. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, listen, the market isn't great, as in the economy isn't great for expansion. But as I said before, we don't watch what other people do, we watch what we do. We take pride in who we are, we take pride in how we operate, and we take pride in how we present ourselves to our customers and that. You know, and as I said before, I want you guys to develop as people. Develop your craft. Do you know what I mean? So when you talk to a customer, did I do that right? Did I come across well? Did I make rapport with that customer? Do you know what I mean? That's what we want from you guys. Not for me, for you guys. Do you know what I mean? We want you to grow as people. Do you know what I mean? Mikey, I know, has come a long way. You know, it's like a 3-year-old when he joined.
Yeah, now he's 4.
Another walking stage now.
Yeah. But no, he's come a long way and he's done really well. Kane has progressed. Chris, he has. Kane has progressed.
Kane gets a bad rap, but he's actually. I said to him the other day. I feel like all them 4 there have cemented their seat there.
Kane's reviews has come forward so much.
Yeah.
And he takes pride in what he does, and that's important. Do you know what I mean? He's come a lot. Chris has always had it in him. I just had to bring it out a bit. Needed a bit of nurturing.
He needed loads of work. Loads of work. Yeah, I taught him. By the way, I taught him everything he knows.
Yeah, he's on them green peas now. Isn't he? Do you know what I mean? But no, I'm really pleased. And once we're back buying, mate, you ain't going to know what's hit you. And I'm going to love it. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit nerve-wracking because, like, years ago, when I used to go on holiday for 2 weeks, and I'd be at auctions 3 times a week, and I'd go on holiday for 2 weeks, come back, and you're a bit lost because it's getting back into the swing of things. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's have a good day. Let's smash out of the park. Great weekend. We're on target for 100 this month, which is really good. So yeah, thank you very much, everyone, and have a good day, Megan.
Sweet.
Cheers. You're welcome. Thank you. The whole idea is to repaint. We're repainting. We rebranded with a new logo of the Cube.
Yes. Yeah.
So what we want to do now is basically freshen up the showroom.
Yeah.
Bring out some design. So the first and foremost, the windows I don't like. We done that 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So I want to remove all the blue.
Yes, good idea.
I want to remove all the logos.
Yeah.
And I want the Motor View Cube on the logos. Would you go, Jane, half frosted? You know that frosting they put up, sticker
I
frosting?
quite like that. I think it depends how it's going to be in here and how
It's busy.
tidy
It's busy all the
keep
time.
it. In that case, possibly go frosted. That might really work. You could create that in
Croydon, I had the stickers. They came and done a sticker frosting.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it wasn't.
yeah.
We didn't frost the glass. We
You just
put-
actually no.
Yeah.
You can frost. Yeah, you can
Now,
do a frosted sticker.
the dividers, we're removing them, and they're
Yeah.
going to be glass
Yes.
dividers.
Very nice.
And we want them half frosting and logoed.
Yeah. Yeah.
These sections here have a logo there and a logo there in the cube.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah.
You think that's a good
I
idea?
think branding is key, and it's everything, and it just makes you really aware of it.
100%.
And get it out there as much as possible, really.
Would you have a black cube there? You know, our Motor View Cube, or would you have something different? Or
I'd have to have a proper look at it, but probably because it's a nice, big, open space, and
Yeah.
it's very white, I think the black cube would work really well.
okay.
Yeah.
We've also got a buying site, a car buying site called Sell My Car ASAP, and that's more of a pink purple branding, and we want to have that somewhere as well.
Is that a cube still, or is that completely different?
It's got no real
There's
logo.
no link. There's no link.
No, they're 2 different companies. They
Yeah.
run under the same name,
Yeah.
but 2
Yeah.
different companies. But this is more Motor View, it's more selling,
Yeah.
rather than Sell My Car ASAP is buying.
Yeah.
So maybe when we build the office for that, we can then look at the
Think
design
about the layout.
for that. So windows off, the blue stickers.
Yeah.
Cubes on the windows, frosting on there, frosting on the glass here.
Yeah.
What else would we do? The outside signage. Priya, Can I borrow you, please? It's my daughter.
Join us.
It was her
You'll
birthday
live-
yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday.
This is Jane Priya.
Hello, I'm Jane. Hello, hi.
So Jane's got a design print business
Yeah.
in Ticehurst.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just talking about designs. I was talking to Jane about cubes there and there.
Cubes.
Yeah.
Where
Motive view.
exactly are you saying? Are you saying the top panel or the middle?
Top panel or middle panel. What do you
Definitely
think?
yeah, over there, fine. Over here, probably it might be a bit high if it was up the top. So
go
maybe-
middle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that could be white, couldn't it? Is that purple at the moment?
Yeah, that's going to
Yeah.
be the same colour as
Yeah.
that. Windows, all the blue off.
Yes.
Yeah, and then cubes on the windows
Yeah.
and half frosted. I think half frosted will look nice.
Yeah.
The new dividers.
When you're saying cubes on the windows, what do you mean?
So you see where it says Motor View Limited across the windows.
Yeah.
What do you think about cubes on there?
Yeah, yeah.
And what do you think about cubes on these? Because they've got Motor View all the way through them.
What do you mean?
See, they got stickers on them, motorview.com.
So you just have
Yeah,
the
I
graphics
thought that's
stuck to
where you
them.
meant the cubes.
Yeah, all along there and along there.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So
where the
every window,
Motor View,
more or less. Or every other
motorview.com
window.
it says, we changed that. What we want, Jane, is basically a lot more branding.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And we want it to look professional.
Yeah.
Instead
You want to get rid of the blue.
pony.
Yeah.
Pony.
of, yeah.
Pony's the word. South London word
Pony,
is
I love
pony.
it.
Do
I
you
love
know
it.
what it is? It's because we did one thing at a time and we didn't.
Yeah,
design
you
it
haven't done it
together.
all in one
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the glass panels down the middle look amazing.
Yeah, I
think
bought,
that'd be
I
really
bought
good.
them from IKEA and they weren't cheap. That was $1,000.
Whoosh.
I know, it's a lot of
Yeah,
money, but
yeah.
blocks the customer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
you
don't-
need a private sort of space.
Yeah, if you
so
look
can-
about, if you think about feng shui, you wouldn't have that blockage because
No,
it
you've got to
creates
flow.
that. Yeah, exactly. It's got to
But
flow.
in this case, you might want to not see the customer until you're calling them over. So
No, we're okay with that.
Yeah.
Any ideas about the wood panelling, or would you leave that as it is, Jane?
I don't know really. I think once everything's painted, you'll have a better feel whether you paint that the same colour. You don't want too many bits, do you? You want, I mean, obviously it's all going to be that nice Farrell and Ball. Not sure about that. I could bring my very good printy mate who does all this stuff. He does
Yeah.
cars, which is really good. He does signage, he does banners. I tend to do the design and the artwork.
Yeah.
But I've worked with him, Print Matters. Matt, you'd absolutely love him, he's hilarious. And he could do all the frosting, he's got all the kit,
Yeah.
and they're not that far away. So we could actually, I could bring him in and we could have a
Yeah.
sort of more of a chow
Well, we
down.
want to. Let's have a quick
Let's
look
see.
outside, shall
Oh
we?
yeah, let's do that.
So
Smart.
obviously the sign is old.
yeah,
It's 3
yeah.
years old. We've got nothing on there, and we've got nothing on there. So that's the body shop, that's the workshop, and that is obviously. But we had to rush to do it because we moved from Croydon up
Oh,
to here.
right, okay,
So
yeah,
we rushed to
yeah.
do it. But a nice backlit sign would look really nice. Those signs I'm not bothered about. And then maybe
Yeah,
something
you want to
along
make
here.
that. Because you've got to sell the sizzle as people sort of walk through the door. So they're going to go, oh, I want to stop there. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously you've got some lovely cars anyway,
Yeah, we
which are
try.
going to make people want to stop.
Yeah.
But, you know, you need everything. Then pretty brick, is it? But
No.
Yeah, what are your thoughts, like, immediately looking at that?
what? The blue, is the thing. I mean, it's tricky, isn't it? I had a friend over in Hailsham Way, I think, and he had a really old garage, but he made it look quirky.
Yeah.
This is quite a sort of a 60s looking building, isn't it? So there's only so much you can
Would you
do.
go, what colours would you go? Would you go black and gold? Would you go green and gold? Would you go
do. I mean, is
white? White always works.
gold?
All right. White always works.
Gold's hugely expensive as well, but
Yeah.
I mean, can you know, how far do you want to go? You could respray that metal
Yeah.
and make everything really white, or make it really, you know, make that black and then have the cube white huge on the front.
Would you,
That would be.
do you know what
Yeah,
would, do you know what
yeah.
would look nice? Grey, where this, what's this called?
I don't know
Steel.
what that is. Yeah,
Steel.
yeah,
Grey would look nice. You
yeah,
see
like
that
a really
grey?
dark grey.
Yeah, it would look really
and
nice.
then have it
Yeah.
You know, because at the moment it's pale, isn't it, and a bit not really.
I could ask
interesting.
them inside if they could paint this brick.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, it's a job, but I don't think it would be that difficult to respray.
No, you could use spray paint on
Respray
it.
that.
No.
And then match the grey.
Yeah.
And you'd have to then put the cube on that, white out or something
Yeah.
like that.
If you had a
Yeah.
dark grey, the white would really go well
Yeah,
against
it
it.
would.
Yeah.
Yeah, towards black, like an 80%
Yeah.
grey or something.
I could get them to
Yeah.
paint it. It'd look really nice in dark grey.
And I think once you get rid of the blue, I suppose what it is, it depends how much you want to sort of tell people as they zoom past. Like obviously,
We're
at
not-
the moment,
we're
cars
not-
bought for cash.
We're not
go
really.
past.
We're not
That's
really.
your-
We're not passing trade. We're more
you're-
internet based.
In which case, you can actually do exactly what you like, can't you?
Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
don't think everything like screaming out is very effective for how
No,
you look.
no.
You know?
Do you know what would look really nice? Dark grey, nice lighting,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
a slick
Yeah.
looking
Just
sign.
simple,
Yeah,
Yeah.
simple,
Yeah.
definitely.
You can go over the top and it looks
Yeah.
crazy. Do you know what I mean? But I'd be good with that.
Yeah. No. Well, why are you happy for me to get my lovely Matt Bigwood involved? Because I think you'll love him. He's a he's a pocket rocket, and he's just full of bright ideas.
For us,
As I say,
Jane,
he does really good work.
We just want to make a relationship with someone local, like I said on the phone.
He's not hugely low. He's like 40 minutes away.
No,
but to
that's
me,
fine.
I listen this and I go, yeah, and he's just really.
We were
really
thinking about a totem
good.
pole as well.
Ooh, yeah.
So a totem pole just standing out
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
to sort of really
And
make.
you've got great visibility. I know you say, it's not passing trade as much, but it's handy, isn't it?
Yeah,
but you've got great visibility here.
So this is Rob, our electrician. Came from Ritual Fix It, but I'm sure he's got his own contractors as well. Which one's that, Rob?
Yeah, it's RG London Electrical.
RG London Electrical. Cool. And how'd they get in touch with you?
So I've been working with them for a few years now, just minor major maintenance works with them, and just ever so slowly just been in touch with me on Facebook, and just slowly back and forth with it.
Lovely.
And everything like
We'll
that.
put a link in the YouTube. If you guys need any electrical work, the guy is unbelievable. So, Rob, under there, obviously this was built up as a call centre. It never used to be here.
Okay.
But now everybody sits here, and under there it's a mess.
Yes.
So
I
that
can
needs
see
all
that,
tidying.
yeah. A little bit of a tidy up down there.
We want to move one of the televisions over to here
Okay.
for customers, or it can go on that wall or something
I
like
would say
that.
probably that will be better. And,
Lovely. In here, now this is going to be a sort of office for doing quiet interviews and
Little interviews,
YouTube and all that. We need a couple more sockets, don't we, Xander?
Yeah.
And we need them. Do they do sockets with USB-C in them?
absolutely. Yep.
Lovely.
So-
We want to
yeah,
change all of these to USB-C ones.
no problem at all.
And stick in another couple of sockets.
Yep, no
maybe,
problem.
if that's
fine.
all right.
Lovely.
Let me take you through to the valet bay.
Okay.
So in here, morning boys, how we doing?
Morning.
All right. So that's what we've got in here.
Okay.
That's separate to the building,
Okay. Yeah. that's no problem.
and we want to put some of these lights in the tent.
Yep. Okay.
So I'll show you where the electric has to go to. We're putting up a separate valet tent.
Yep.
So it's basically we need water and we need electric. We've got water,
Okay.
and it's got to run along to about about here.
I can see sort of where that blue pipe is roughly.
Yeah, exactly. So the electric's got to run,
From there, it'll. Yeah.
yeah,
That's no
exactly
problem.
to there.
Okay.
All right.
And with it being a tent, is it going to be sort of like a, almost like a gazebo type thing, or is it?
Yeah, I
what-
can show you it if
Yeah,
you want. Yeah,
Perfect.
I'll show it to you. So,
Let's have a look. Okay. Nice simple tent.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
It's basically what it is when the vehicle's like down there
Yeah.
in the valet bay, you've got two vehicles and it gets chocker.
Yeah.
So as
yeah.
soon as the vehicles arrive,
As soon as you get two cars turn up, you need
yeah,
somewhere else for it. don't
exactly.
you?
And it's the weather for it at the moment,
Oh,
you know?
definitely.
Do you know what I mean, Rob?
Yeah. Perfect for doing stuff like that.
So you guys just saw the morning meeting. Now you're with me in the workshop. Let's see what we've got going on this week. Got a couple of bits. Lower warranty work that's come back in on Monday. A couple of Range Rovers. an X3 that we're finishing off. But they're all in here. Listen, we'll have a look, see what we've got. So we've got, you saw this one before. This was in a couple of weeks ago. That was having that EGR, the EGR filter replacement. The same lights come back on, same code. So unfortunately, that means you've got to put a new DPF on it. It's about a 1,500 quid fix. That's just for the part. But we got that coming in a couple of days. Got the customers in a courtesy car, so that'll be put one in, put one out, and off you go. There you go. PDI service. That's an LPG, by the way, which is, I haven't really seen them, but they're pretty cool. That's a pretty cool car. The MG over here is another PDI service. Got a couple of sales ones to do, obviously. Gearbox rebuilds going on with that one. Yarek's doing it right now. We got the bits off of eBay for the repair kits, because you can't get the repair kits anywhere else. You kind of, with the older stuff like this, it's quite good because you can just go get the repair kits that you need. Otherwise, people are just always like, yeah, just put a gearbox in it, put a gearbox in it. Yeah, I think you can always repair stuff. I'd always try that first even. But that's going on right now. That's been on there for like the last week or two. In the last videos you've seen, it's still been on there. This is the day it's coming off. It's coming off today. Yeah, Yarek's doing that right now. X3, which came back for a bit of warranty. This was a bit of a murder because it was electrical. And with water and electricals, because the sunroof ended up being the culprit with the water sliding down, and it ends up in the boot, which obviously in the boot you've got a power distribution box, you've got the fuses, you've got the battery. So we ended up changing the power distribution box, ended up doing the emergency call module. Turns out that it might not have been the emergency call module that was causing the fault that we had. So we put some other little tiny, I don't know what it's called, I think it was like a transmitter. Put that in and it seems like it's good to go. So we're gonna clean it up and then get it back to the customer. We need our courtesy cars back, so we're gonna get that one out today. There's another Evoque, we love them, as you can see. We've got another one here. We sold this, I think you saw this one come in on a Part X, or a, if I remember correctly, it came in on a Pasha's one of Pasha's one that he bought off the street. I think you saw a video, guys, on that one. Yeah, went out, customer's really happy with it, and then a few weeks, a week later, it's come up with what was it called? Like a, I've forgotten what it's called now. Limp mode, yeah, that's it. It went into limp mode. I think, if I know correctly, it should be the hose, the intercooler hose in the front. They're the ones that they're most common for. I haven't looked at it yet. Probably is going to be that, because they always suffer with it. If you ever have a car that goes into limp mode on a Range Rover Evoque on this one, and you hear a whistle noise or anything, check the front hose. Guarantee there's a hole in it. 9 times out of 10, it's a hole. So we'll have a look at that. Tesla EV. We're going to do an MOT on that one. You can tell, this is standard Tesla. These lights, if you ever sell any of these, you know these lights, I don't know what they're built of nothing. This is literally, every time, don't work. These rear lights are absolutely murder for getting water in and they just end up not working. I've changed too many of them. And if you know Tesla and you get parts from them, my God, you buy a part from Tesla, from their categories, and every single time, it takes literally like a month to get a part. They need to sort it out. I don't know what's going on there, but every time, every bloody time. But yeah, we'll have to order that, wait a month for it or something, I don't know. That's just ridiculous. Every time. What's quite good actually at the minute, because we're clearing up a lot of the cars, we've got 3 of our Teslas going to actually Tesla next month. I had to book them in. Don't get me wrong, if you have the app and all that and you're like specified to the car, connected to the car already through your app, then you can just book a service. But if you're not and you're a trader, it's absolutely hard work to get these cars booked in. I think it's more to do with just Tesla not thinking outside the box of like being able to sort like people that have like a fleet of them or something. I don't know what it is, but like I had to take like 4 phone calls on this to try and get these 3 cars booked in, just get them booked in, and it's just every time a murder. We've got still need to find an engine for that. I'm gonna find that this week. I'm telling you, I'm finding it this week. Honda Civic, we're getting that. We're gonna have to look into that. Obviously, get some time. We're getting on these cars. We're trying to get on these cars. This one's just sold. Obviously, this was a return. because it started leaking oil. We didn't know that beforehand. It didn't have no signs of an oil leak, but it just randomly came all out. We've got a main seal for it here, and we have a compressor for the air suspension as well. That's sold now. We've got to get that one in. So that's another car that's on these row of ones that are going to get sorted. What else we got? We had a DS go down to DS today because of the charging problem. That one's down there already. Oh yeah, in the paint shop we got a nice little one going on there. Jaguar I-Pace. I forgot about this one. You saw this one on the other video. We put a new windscreen in that because if you know about them, they all Land Rover just won't admit it, or Jaguar. But these windscreen seals are gone every time. They will never admit it though, even though I've been down there and seen like 5 of them with the same issue. I've done about 20 of them, 30 of them, something stupid like that. Put a new windscreen in, got it cleaned up. We need to get it into Jaguar though, because that's got a charging issue as well. Once again, like I said last time, you leave EVs around, you end up having issues every time. Come through, Tara. Yes, and this is the special one. The customer rang us up and he wanted a black pack. So that's what we're doing. I think we've already put the front ones on. No, we haven't. Yeah, we're changing the front letters to black, the back letters to black. And Mickey's just in the process because we're going to change the top roof and paint it gloss black as well. That's what we're doing for the customer. That's a quick roundup of what's going on at the minute. Everything else is just normal as it goes. We've got a few, like I said, if we get a few things interesting like that red Evoque, I'd like to see if that is the front pipe on that intercooler. Usually it is. It'd be nice if I'm guessing good most of the time. And we'll see if this Audi A3 turns out good. See what we can do. Be a good week. Welcome to the Wednesday Rush and Motor for You. This one, we literally just done, have it all sorted ready to go to Leeds today. And we took it for a longer test drive last night. Took it home just to make sure we're all happy with it before it goes to Leeds. Got a text from Mikey this morning with an engine light pop up, which is not the one you need to see when you're going thinking about taking that car to Leeds. The codes that we've got are for the DPF and EGRB. They weren't there beforehand, and now they've come back. So what you're going to be seeing is us taking off the DPF on the car and also switching out the EGRB filter. Luckily enough, I already have a DPF on its way for another Evoque, which fits this Evoque at the same time. That's coming today between 9:30 and 1:30. So as soon as we get that, that's going on there. Now what you're going to be seeing is us taking off the DPF, taking off all the sensors onto the DPF, which can be tricky because sometimes those sensors on the exhaust can be melted or even a lot harder to get off than the usual kind of nuts and bolts that you usually do. Just because it gets hot under there really, and in certain circumstances you end up having to just kind of shave them off because there's no other way. I don't think we will have to do it on this one. We'll have to see when it goes through the system. But after that, we obviously got to take the filter out as well, out of the engine bay, which you'll see. With that, it is the usual thing that you saw in our second video. But obviously, because the DPF and the EGR filter kind of combine in a way, so what you're looking at is kind of like a circulation, and that's why you get both the codes, because there's a circulation from the DPF that goes round to the EGR, and that's why you get that consistent kind of thing of having those two same codes, because they're both linked and connected. Now you might just think you can just do the filter, but no, like I said in the second video, if you've got that code, usually it does mean that you have to do DPF as well. It's like a 50-50 chance. So that's what we're doing right now. That's what you'll be seeing. We will put a new one in, and we should be all good after that. And that's basically get that done, and up to Leeds it goes after that, and we're all good, because that's the only two codes it's got in it. So once we do that, it can go. But we're in a rush. We need to get it done. So let's get it done. Cool. Just seen the Range Rover. This is the Merc A35 we sold a couple months ago. Weird thing about these A35s, we only have ever stocked a couple of them. Both of them, 19 plates, both needed new heads on them. We're not doing that because we've already done them. But yeah, I don't know what they're made out of, but Mercedes definitely knows something or other about it. But today, what we've got going on is another very common issue with A-classes. Doesn't matter if it's an A35, A-class in general. Airbag module. If you ever get a code for any airbag kind of problems, first you can change the individual part that it says on the code, but most of the time you're going to be ended up changing this module. What you'll find actually is on this is that it says Q01, and the ones that are in the cars are Q03 or 4. If they are Q03 or 4, even Mercedes say you probably should change them to a Q01. So we're going to put this in. We've got to code this. We don't have the Mercedes tool, like I said beforehand. I only have the Land Rover one. But with Autologic, we can actually code this through a pass-through of the diagnostics to be able to code this. They're pretty good for that stuff, but you've got to put it in order. It does cost some money. Not too much though, not more than what you would pay at Mercedes. So, and we can do it here. We can do it here. So we're going to do that. And also we've got an engine light for an O2 sensor. So I've got a new one here from Mercedes as well. That'll be going in. So that'll be lifted up in the air and do that. We'll show you a bit of B-roll on how we get this in there, because that's, I think it's underneath the middle compartment of the car, I'm pretty sure, where the glove box is, or in the middle compartment, something like that. But yeah, these cars are lovely cars. I like them a lot, but at the same time, you do get some issues with the A-classes, and I'm sure if anyone has had an issue with the A-class, usually it's either the module on the airbags, or you have an airbag issue, or if you have an A35 particularly, and you're getting a code up for spark plugs, or you got a misfire, yeah, most likely the head needs changed, and that's not a nice job. And yeah, we'll still see it out the other side.
Got a repeat customer back to us today. She sold her a Range Rover Evoque about a year ago, I think, or so. But she loved the experience, and she's now here to sell it back to us. I think she's moving away or something like that. And she might be selling her other car to us as well. So let's go see it. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, you good, mate?
Pasha.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Did I meet you last time?
Before.
Oh, nice to meet you, man. That's so. How old?
4 months.
That's in the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello.
She's coming with the car.
Hello. Hello. You're smiley. 4 months. How old? What's her name?
Eliza.
Eliza. Nice name. She's very cute. Yeah, he's 2 now.
Goes quick, doesn't it?
Mate,
it goes so fast.
Nuts, honestly, I can't keep up with him. So, you're all getting rid of the car?
I don't want to. We're going to Spain on Monday.
Why? No, it's quite a big move. Like, why?
Just because this country's an absolute nightmare.
No, mate, I don't blame you, to be fair. Do you know what? Every time winter comes round, I think to myself, as I'm getting older, I think, oh, do you know what? Can I do another winter? Do you know what I mean?
I personally hate the winter.
Yeah.
She doesn't mind it, but because we've got our own like little business, we don't have to find work out there, so it's not a massive issue.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna give it a go. If it doesn't work out after the first 12 months, we can come home.
Mate, you've only got one life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like my mum and dad just bought a place out in Spain.
No, it's the new world now, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Social media is the way forward now. Even what we do recruitment. The amount of recruitment companies that post content on LinkedIn.
I watched that guy. I've seen that guy on there. I think he does recruitment. He was on The Apprentice. You may have seen him. I think he's Italian or something.
Oh no, I don't know.
Oh, I can't remember his name.
You know that Tom Skinner, didn't you? That was on the. He does a lot of content.
I'm sure he's from around where I am from.
Well, he's Essex, isn't he?
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
No, I'm not there then. No.
Yeah. So.
So you're getting rid of it, yeah?
I don't want to. It's been an absolute joy to have for the last year.
Would you be leaving it with us today? Yeah.
But I can't take it to Spain.
Because of the finance on it, she can't take it.
Yeah.
We would have taken
About 6 months. But
it. But it's pointless. Yeah. So we would have taken it. There's been no issues with the car. Has there?
That's
no
great
issues.
news.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's great news.
And also, we've heard, obviously, with those cars, whenever we speak to, obviously, I mean, everyone that's had one of those has said that they've been pretty good, haven't they? So you've had no issues with it. So.
Well, we do prep them highly, like, and we know what we're doing with Land Rover. Like, we know the common issues. So when you guys order that car and it goes in there, we know what to look out for. So we check those things.
Yeah.
A lot of dealers out there don't know what they're checking for, especially on Land Rover.
Yeah.
I know some can be a bit unsure.
A lot of people don't sell it because don't get me wrong, they're one of the best sellers out there, and I'm confident in buying them. But the only reason I'm confident is because I've got that.
Yeah.
And my techs are.
Yeah, but you have faith in your team.
Well, I've got a guy in there who's been with me 8 years. He actually was a Land Rover tech.
So specialises in it, yeah, which is
so
perfect.
So I'm not worried. Like if something, and we know how to fix every single part of it. I've even got a Land Rover diagnostics in there. Costs us 20 grand, but you need it.
Yeah, of
Do you know
course,
what I mean? The black pack, it's got the 20-inch dynamic alloys. I think it's an R dynamic as well. I did sell it to her about a year ago, I think. But as you heard, she's now moving to Spain. This one will be on our website by the end of the day. But yeah, a good price to be fair. But they trust us to sell it to us. They're local to us as well. What I'll do is I'll have a quick look around it, make sure it's pretty clean. Then one of the techs will give it a drive, probably put it up on the ramp, and then yeah, pay some money. So starting at the front, some minor stone chips, but it is a 69 plate car, 6 years old. The alloys are pretty clean, no major marks or dents. I don't think there's even a mark on one of the alloys at all. Let's check the boot. Looks pretty clean in the back, no rips in the leather. I'll give it a quick start up as well. It's a pretty good spec as well. Hasn't got the panoramic roof, but it's got the black roof, black pack, like I said, black leather. It's a nice colour combo, folding mirrors, memory seats. So it's probably a R-Dynamic S or an R-Dynamic SE, I reckon. 75,000 miles. Sounds pretty good. They don't all sound the best, but it's only a 2 litre diesel. No lights up that are worrying me that I can tell. It's got reverse camera. This is a nice car. This won't stick around long, so if you're interested, get your hands on it quick. Right, let's go back in and then get them paid. But I'm pretty confident she'll drive okay, because obviously, like I said, we sold it to her. So we'll just start the paperwork now and get it paid.
I was like, it's an SUV. He was like, it was a saloon.
I said it's a saloon. You can't just take that as
gospel.
It's got to be, yeah.
Right, have you got your settlement?
Yeah. You tell me when you want me to say it, and then I'll say.
What is the settlement? Do you know?
23,490.
So
But
you
Callum's
get
paying
the extra.
the extra.
Brilliant. So if you get me that settlement, lovely. It's with CA, yeah?
I want you to give me a cue with things that I feel like I'm on telly applying for EastEnders.
Right, so 23. Right, that's what I've got to pay
Okay.
to us. Can you do it by bank transfer?
Yeah, Callum is doing. Cal, you're doing it by bank transfer, aren't you?
I can give you the board, you can do it over there if you want.
Is this it?
No, you can grab one.
He's just got it on his phone.
I will do purchase invoice and things like that, but sometimes it's best just getting started with payment. The vehicle's on finance, they're in negative equity, so they're going to pay us the difference between what we're giving for the vehicle and then what they owe for the car. So it's like around 8, roughly.
And what's really good is that not all dealerships do it. So this is one of the dealerships that do it, because they don't all do it.
No.
When you've spoken to them.
We work with like 15 different lenders, so a lot of lenders don't do negative equity and stuff like that, but we've got a lender that will, or a couple of lenders that will, which is you're with one of them, CA.
Yeah, so that's good.
So I'm just doing a HPI on the vehicle. It's just showing up finance, which we knew about. I'll print that as well. Print. So we're going to clear the finance today, just to make sure it's all done for them, so they've got no worries.
Now, yeah?
Yeah, if you can, mate. Just put the registration, which is that, mate. I'm not allowed to touch the money side of it. It's only my sister. She's in charge of it all.
In charge of the money.
Yeah, this is my sister Priya. I don't know if you met her.
I think I probably have, yeah.
Yeah, we were out for her birthday yesterday, so I had about all of it.
That's what he might have paid. Yeah, I don't know why that's
Can you check it, Priya? 8151.49 or something.
815195, yeah. You want to chuck me some batter? That's absolutely fine. You got it, yeah?
Have you had an email from Tara on the Hotmail just to pay off the finance with CA? Well, that's cool. We can do that in a minute. Can you do me a purchasing list?
Yeah, you told
All
me
the
that.
details are
'cause
there.
I've got to
Do you
the
want
bearing.
Tara's number and email? Cheers, mate. Thank
I
you.
never even used this bag. Do you know what you put in a boot?
To be fair, if you're not really into cleaning your car,
You wouldn't use
then
it,
yeah.
no.
I mean, the main part of it was done, so like the applying it and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and the mop and stuff and polish. But that's for yourself to do.
Yeah,
but
I
if you
never
don't really-
touched it. And I looked in it yesterday and I thought, fuck, wish I touched it. Because you know, new stuff.
Have you? Is that what documents have you got? You got the V5.
I think it was just a V5 I gave you, and
All of the MOT bits are in
all
the
the MOT bits are in the slip under the boot thingy.
All right.
Did I need anything else?
Do you need to give us a
That's
bit of
all I
that
had.
V5 back?
Priya's doing it all now.
Yeah.
So she's doing the transfer of ownership. So that'll go into the trade. So that exonerate you from the car. So you won't get any parking tickets, fines, stuff like that. And then she's going to do you an invoice as well, and that's pretty much it.
Paying your road tax
And pay off the finance. Yeah, with the tax, we'll obviously, Priya's coming down now, but once she puts that V5 into the trade, that basically notifies the DVLA that you're not the owner of that vehicle, basically. But then you may want to cancel your direct debit.
Yeah, I accidentally cancelled it last week because I must have gone on it, and then it was like, you've cancelled your direct debit, and you're not covered. And I was like, oh
It
fuck.
doesn't really matter. It won't affect you.
I've redone it again because of it. But I just, yeah, just need to do that.
Priya, all good. All good. So you've got a lift home. You've got another car.
Oh, we got his dad's car. Oh, but thank you for that. When Taj was saying that, I was like, no, you don't need to.
Have you guys got a
to
Gmail?
add on, they're very accommodating. So if you ever need support,
Thank you, Tara. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your business, man. And I hope everything goes well in Spain.
and again, I'd like to say, to stipulate again, if we come back, we'll be coming back here for another car.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Tara, you know I'm always on the phone.
No,
Always help you.
anything with cars or anyone's. I'm like, listen, go to Flimwell, go to Cars for You.
Motor for you.
Motors for You, sorry, Cars for You. There's no Cars for You, is there?
Yeah, they try and copy us, but no.
That's your receipt that we've paid the finance.
Thank you.
And that's that it's in our name now.
Hi everyone, Sheik from Motor for You. Just wanted to say a massive thank you for all of you for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing to our channel.